November is going to feel like a very busy month. We are all going to be feeling this desire to create, to take action, and to really embark on this new journey ahead of us. The aftermath of a very transformative October is really bringing about a sense of enlightenment in our headspace. And this can be a really fun energy when we feel like we're starting something new. Maybe it's a spiritual path or what have you. But sometimes another thing that we can feel when we are going through this enlightened journey is that we may be feeling extremely drained. I think the biggest thing to watch out for in November is feeling so ambitious that you might overwork yourself and create some burnout. If this is your first time here, my name is Courtney, and this is my monthly Cosmic Energy Download series. I'm so happy to have you here. Today's video, I'll be highlighting the energy of November, going over some celestial moments that are pretty important for this month. I'll also be recommending some crystals that pair very well with this energy. And then at the end of this video, I would love to share with you some of my current crystal favorites and any fun life updates. So stick around to the end of the video to hear those. Alrighty guys, so for the flow of today's video, I'm going to start off with those celestial events, which are Saturn going direct. We have a new moon in Scorpio in November. We also will be welcoming in Sagittarius season, which is really fun. And we will also be having a full moon in Gemini. And then one little thing I wanted to talk about at the very end of the celestial section is the pre-shadow for Mercury retrograde, because that's coming up. At the end of this video, I'll be going over my current crystal favorites, and I'll probably be talking about my wedding at the end of this video for my fun life updates. I just had my Bachelorette, so I'd love to fill you in on what went on during my Bachelorette. Alrighty, kicking us off, we're going to be talking about Saturn going direct. This is happening on November 3rd, and I wanted to bring this up because Saturn has been in retrograde since June, so we might have been feeling kind of like a pause towards certain sections in our life that deal with maturity, expanding our minds, maybe even like a spiritual element. Maybe it's kind of been in the backdrop for a little while. Being that Saturn is now going to be in a direct motion, things will flow more easily in those areas. Saturn is the teacher planet. It really wants us to grow and to kind of do hard work in order to reach our goals. So kind of like the themes that I'm going to be talking about in November, Saturn going direct really matches with this go-getter, let's do this kind of energy. I don't have any crystal suggestions for Saturn going direct because it's basically just Saturn just is doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not retrograde. I had some crystal recommendations for Saturn retrograde, but since it's in forward motion, you can work with any crystal, but no like crystal mentions for this. Our next celestial event is happening on November 13th, and that is the new moon in Scorpio. A major theme in October was this rebirth, and that is really what Scorpio energy is all about. So this new moon, we may be confronting kind of like those feelings of something maybe ending in our life or tapping into our shadow. I could see this new moon being really emotional for us, especially if you tend to be more on the sensitive side towards new moons rather than full moons. Everyone's different, but I could see this Scorpio new moon being pretty emotional for a lot of people. It really is a new moon to reflect on what is causing any blockages in your body, in your energy, in your mind. Really think about, are you putting up mental walls right now? Is there some kind of block that you're keep consistently being faced with? What can you do to dissolve those blocks? This is a really great new moon to, remember your inner power and know that you're on this spiritual path and that you are being guided every step of the way. I would say this is probably a really, really great moon to meditate with crystals. I'll be sharing some crystal recommendations. These would be great to meditate with, but really on the night of the new moon, like hold that vision of who you are, stepping into your power, and know that life is magical and you create your magic. So take your crystal, do like a 30-minute meditation on the new moon and really envision that future state for yourself. New moons are wonderful for manifesting. So take the opportunity to manifest some magic. So the crystal recommendations, I think they're absolutely perfect for this new moon. This first one is, I might butcher its name. It's a brand new crystal I just got. It's called Charoite. It's this beautiful purple crystal. I love it. It's gorgeous. And it really helps us release any maybe negative thoughts we're holding on to, toxic energy, so that we can feel empowered and really move forward on our spiritual journey. So it's very much a Scorpio vibe crystal. I also recommend working with chlorite phantom quartz or garden quartz. This is great for breaking stagnant energy to evolve and grow and do the emotional healing that is needed. I also think that working with black moonstone would be great. I think black moonstone is such a Scorpio crystal as well, and even better that it's a new moon in Scorpio, because black moonstone, it's best to use on the new moon. So I would definitely recommend working with black moonstone in that meditation if you can. Our next celestial event is happening on November 22nd, and that is welcoming in Sagittarius season. Sagittarius season is so fun, and it really goes like that in a blink of an eye. This fiery, fast-paced energy really takes hold in November, and by December, it's just like we're in this whirlwind of starting a new year. So really enjoy and be present during the Sagittarius season. Sagittarius energy is filled with just good energy, good luck. It's a fun energy. During this time in Sagittarius season, we might be doing some social events, gathering with family, gathering with friends. And it really is a time to be mindful of who you are and how you carry yourself around others. Really expand your thinking during Sagittarius season. If you're having conversations with a lot of people, don't be too quick to judge them. Have an open mind, because Sagittarius energy can kind of be a little opinionated. Maybe sometimes people can be offended by Sagittarius because they're quick-witted. Not that it's a bad thing, but they're just have an opinion. So just be mindful of this during Sagittarius season. Some crystals that I recommend working with would be jade, to really feel that prosperity, to open up your heart chakra when you're with friends and family and just having fun in life. Also, green aventurine, it's like the perfect crystal for Sag energy. If you have, you want some luck in a certain situation, maybe there's something going on in your life, maybe you have a job interview, maybe you're doing something work related, or you're starting a new initiative and you want some luck on your side, I definitely recommend working with green aventurine. And then lastly, I really feel like citrine would be nice, just because there is such this abundance kind of frequency that we feel with citrine. And I feel like Sagittarius season, when we are out and about, we want to feel that fullness, this solar plexus activation. And we tend to feel that in our lower gut. And that's where citrine really affects us. So work with citrine and call in abundance during Sagittarius season. Next up, I'm super excited for this full moon in Gemini happening on November 27th. This is really a full moon to shake off people, energy, bad vibes that are really not serving you. Gemini energy is very social, and part of the shadow side of Gemini energy is kind of being gossipy or just being judgmental. And I could kind of see this full moon, if you're around people that are gossiping, don't partake in the gossip. I know it's hard, but bite your tongue. Try to really think about your words during this full moon. This full moon is really asking us to reflect on how we speak about ourselves, about others. If we are affirming the reality that we want, working with our throat chakra, and really how we can empower others. That Sag sun and Gemini moon, it's such a freeing and fun energy. Really let loose during this Gemini full moon. This would be a great full moon to do a circle with your friends, anything kind of a group activity. I really, really recommend that for this full moon in Gemini, if that's possible for you. Some crystals that I recommend working with would be chrysocolla. This is great for doing mantra work, for open up your throat chakra, for affirming your reality. It's also the teacher stone. So if you are embarking on any kind of learning or teaching or showing up in a certain space in your life and you need that energy, chrysocolla can really assist you. Another crystal, two crystals I thought would be fun for the full moon would be spirit quartz. There's something about spirit quartz that really helps us kind of like hone into many spirit guides. You know, it's like a social crystal. There's so much energy in spirit quartz, and it helps us connect to the divine. And there's a lot of people up there watching over you. So connect with your spirit quartz and feel that love and feel that connection to spirit. And lastly, which I think this is a great crystal recommendation, would be tourmaline quartz. Like I said, shaking off, negative energy from others, and you want to stay positive. This is wonderful. It has that black tourmaline in it mixed in with that clear quartz. So if you are feeling some people are kind of sending you bad energy, or you don't want to be around people that are gossiping, have your tourmaline quartz and know that you are channeling good energy. One last quick thing I wanted to talk about. It's very minor, but I just wanted to mention that around this time, like November 27th, around the full moon, basically, is when we are going to start the pre-shadow for Mercury retrograde. I just want to put it out there. I believe it's like December 12th when Mercury goes retrograde. Don't quote me on that. I think it's around that time. So I'm just putting the feelers out there for you. Know that Mercury retrograde is coming up in December. So towards the end of November, be a little cautious with communication, with technology. I know I need to get a new cell phone, and I'm probably not going to get one in December, so I'm probably going to buy it in November. If you have to do any new technology purchases or what have you, I recommend doing them at the beginning of November and then holding off until probably the end of January. Okay, so diving into my current crystal favorites, I actually only have one crystal that I'm going to be sharing with you, and that is that charoite that I was explaining that I had gotten earlier, and it's perfect for that Scorpio new moon. So this is my charoite. I just got it. I'm obsessed. I love it. It's so beautiful. So I was actually at my Bachelorette when I purchased this. We went to a crystal shop and I saw it in the glass, and I was like, oh, I've been thinking about getting this crystal. Should I get it? And it was only $30. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get it. So I got it, and I love it. When I was paying for it, I was talking to the lady, and she knew I was on my Bachelorette. I was wearing like a bride shirt or whatever. She's like, oh, this is perfect for you. This is a stone for transformation. So I could see this aligning with you becoming, a wife. And I was like, oh yeah, it's perfect. But I thought it was funny. Just like her kind of like picking up on that. I've been working with this stone for about a week, and I really do like the energy. I feel like right off the bat, I feel empowered when I'm holding this stone, when I'm around this stone. I feel like there is this mystical vibe to it, this mystical energy with it. I'm going to actually experiment sleeping with it under my pillow this week to see if I get any cool dreams. But it really does help open up our crown chakra, our higher up chakras, and I think it has to do with like this spiritual evolution. I think there is this spirituality element mixed in here with that transformation. So I'm excited to keep working with it and fill you guys in. Maybe I'll be doing a crystal meeting on this crystal very soon. So really my only really big life update is that I'm getting married in like 40 days, which is crazy. And like I said, I was just at my Bachelorette. I thought I'd share like a few little cute things that I got from my Bachelorette that are kind of fun. My cousin put together these like goodie bags, and I thought this was so cute. It's a straw and it says bride on it. I didn't use it, but I thought it was so funny and I wanted to show it to you guys. So the theme of my Bachelorette, I guess, these days you have a theme with your Bachelorette parties. Mine was celestial. It was like written in the stars was like the name, the like theme of it, I guess. And my cousin got these really cute cookies that I wanted to show you. It says written in the stars. She knows this girl that makes these in Oregon. I don't know the name. I wish I did. Sorry. But they taste amazing and they're so cute. This one says Gemini on it. And there's a bunch of different designs, and they were all celestial themes. This is like one that I half ate, but it's like a window with like a moon on it and like a little celestial like pattern or constellation. Sorry. But it was just like a really fun theme, having it be like celestial stars. We went to a really cool restaurant the last night of my Bachelorette. It was like a tarot themed restaurant. And there was like a belly dancer there, and there was a tarot card reader there, and I got my tarot read, and it was really fun, and the food was so good. It was like the perfect place for all of us to like go out. I was like, wow, this is like a perfect spot. It was called the Seventh House in San Diego. Definitely go check it out. I loved it. I also did kind of like a spa afternoon. I went to this spa that I'm obsessed with, that I've been wanting to go to for years in Encinitas. It's called Four Moon Spa, and we did like a group sound bath, and it was so fun and so magical and so nice. And everyone I was with, it was their first time doing a sound bath. I have done them, and I was like, oh yeah, we got to do this. And everyone enjoyed it and really liked it, and I think it was like good for them to experience that at this place for the first time. I hope they do it again, in their own local spots, but it was so special and so nice just being with like all of my family. All my bridesmaids are related to me, or in some capacity. It's all family. So it was just really beautiful and fun, and I had a great time. Nothing bad happened. Some of the girls got tattoos. I didn't. It was just a really fun weekend, and it was very refreshing, and I just feel like I'm so close to getting married right now, and I'm doing all these things, getting prepared for it, and I feel good, but it's just crazy that on December 2nd, I'm getting married, and I'm so excited. Alrighty guys, so that is it for today's video. I hope that you are amped and excited for November. There's a lot going on, a lot of fun energy, a lot of new initiatives that we can embark on and start on, and I'm so excited for all of that. I know there's a lot of new things happening in my life, so I'm just preparing for everything to go down. If you liked today's video, please give me a big thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you subscribed. Come on and join this community. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I will see you in my next one.